Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vanvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavaतीतं Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namah. Nithyananda, I offer my humble obeisance, my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And I welcome all of the viewers gathering at this time around the world for the most auspicious, awaited time of the day, the Nithyananda Satsang. Wishing all of the viewers, if you are waking up for the first time today, an auspicious Suprabhatam in the morning. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time to Kailasa's Nithyananda TV, welcome to the official TV channel of Sri Kailasa, the only and greatest Hindu nation in the world. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened civilization and the cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness is temple-based universities led by His Divine Holiness are together working for global peace and to give a super conscious breakthrough to humanity. The Nithyananda Hindu University, with extended campuses in 150 locations, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capturing, and decoding over 20 million source books of Hinduism, where the subjects are varied from sacred arts to the sciences like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, and Vastu. His Divine Holiness is the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Shamalapita Sarpagnipitam and is the current emperor of the Surya Vamsa Firangi Samrajyam. His Divine Holiness has survived the worst persecution of many assassination attempts on the person and the character of Swamiji by anti-Hindu elements. Despite the relentless persecution against him, His Divine Holiness continues every single day to contribute to humanity, continuously working for the superconscious breakthrough of humanity. You can visit Kailasa's Nithyananda YouTube channel in order to explore the videos and explore all of the various contributions, the field of consciousness, body, mind, spirituality, and your daily life, how to go about it in the most powerful way in order to get the most profound truth. You can tune in to Kailasa's Nithyananda YouTube channel. The link is provided on your screen right now. I invite all of the viewers who are gathering with us right now to spread the message on Sri Kailasa, share the satsang, and love and reach and enrich the whole world with the happening of Paramashiva on planet Earth. In Hinduism, we recognize the happening of incarnations on planet Earth. Every few thousands of years, the superconscious energy decides to manifest in the physical plane and relate with all of us to give a breakthrough, which is extremely needed at this time. This happened with all of the physical breakthroughs, whether it is when humans have walked on land for the first time, or when they were developing language, or at any time when they were walking, talking, all of these, developing these technologies. The avatars had come down to planet Earth in order to give the next evolutionary breakthrough. Today, there are millions who recognize the avatar of Paramashiva has come down to planet Earth in the form of His Divine Holiness. whom we are blessed to be able to refer as Swamiji. So, to celebrate this grand happening on planet Earth, I invite all of the viewers to share this satsang, share the link on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and in all the different various social media platforms so that you can yourself benefit from the process, from the spiritual of integrity. Swamiji beautifully tells us that the only practice which can destroy the self-doubting pattern is enriching. Enriching the world, enriching the people around you, and enriching ourselves. There is a beautiful proverb from the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa who says that we normally throw on a person who has been possessed by a ghost. It is tradition to throw the sesame seed. But what happens if the ghost possesses the sesame seed? If the ghost possesses the sesame seed, how will it do its job? Swami beautifully tells that in the same way, when we have incompletion with our completion itself, that makes our completion, whatever hard work we've put into completing, intra-analyzing, writing, cognizing, and chewing the grand truth that Swamiji has revealed to us. When we develop incompletions on that, it is called self-doubt. And there's nothing which can actually give the solution for self-doubt other than enriching the whole world. So now is the time. Take this opportunity to enrich. Share this satsang, the link on Facebook, Twitter, and the WhatsApp group you are part of with all of your family and friends. Take a few moments right now to share this satsang, and we'll be right back to continue the satsang introduction.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I am as old as sun, as new as sunrise. various incarnations happened, gave a breakthrough to consciousness and gave opening to the next level. My responsibility is to introduce new consciousness which manifests powers of Sadashiva. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. I have experienced Sadashiva in his completion, and he has empowered me to transmit that experience to all of you. It's my commitment to all of you. I'll make you experience and manifest Sadashivatva, powers and state and space of Sadashiva. When you manifest powers, naturally the state of Sadashiva and space of Sadashiva starts manifesting in you. More power manifestation, more integrity, more unclutching, more nirvikalpa samadhi, more joy, more restful awareness, more responsibilism, more enrich, more bliss. This tradition has a capacity to retain its authenticity and originality. My purpose is to make this statement to the world. Hinduism is real. Ideas move from mind to mind. Energy moves from space to space. Cognitions move from body to body. That is why even Sadashiva needs a body. He assumed the body because he needs body to transmit these cognitions to you. Whatever I am doing is reviving the original science as expressed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Vedas and Agamas of the Hindu tradition. This universe is Agama. Agamas insist on us serving beyond our frame. Whatever experience, anubhuti I had by my Guru's grace, Atma Pramana, I do acid wash with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, the ancient masters' experiences. Whatever finally stand, I share it with the world as Sakshi Pramana. I welcome everyone for the grand feast of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Let us go on contributing.
What we all saw in the video now, His Divine Holiness Swamiji is today the reviver of the only Hindu nation, Kailasa, and the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, leading and guiding the 2 billion of us Hindus worldwide into living a conscious lifestyle and having a super conscious breakthrough.
Swamiji is the reviver of Kailasa, means the only Hindu nation in the world, though he is being continuously attacked for standing up for Hinduism, though he is being continuously attacked for reviving the legitimacy back to Sanatana Hindu Dharma, still he is persistently, continuously standing up and doing, contributing to humanity. When talking about this, like when I'm telling about people attacking, there are various dimensions into it. It's not just about what we see. Most of you, if you are here today watching this video, you might have probably come across a few articles, maybe through the prostitutes. That's how I would like to call them, the media channels that very abusively writes about people and creates rumors and tries to legitimize the rumors and character assassinate. So, what you might have come across the articles of Swamiji, like the articles that the magazines that carry some abusive news. You might have been very familiar to what I'm talking about, where the media is trying to make up something which is not there. Like this, there are multiple dimensions. It's not just about the character assassination, but there have been life attacks on Swamiji, the life threats. So much has been done to Swamiji, and it is continuing to happen just because he is standing for Hinduism. Now, when I'm talking about like so much happening, and what are the other ways how all attack happening, especially if you see whether it has been, if you see the attackers, especially the people who come outside and talk so much so abusively about Swamiji, most of the times it is they come, they live for some time in the Adinam, they get like suck everything that they want, and then they go out and abuse. It's always the same pattern you would observe, be it anyone. If you just see the abusers who come out of the sangha and talk abusively about Swamiji and tell blatant lies, it is always the people. They come, they live for some time, while being inside, try to do something to destroy the organization inside. When they fail in that attempt, they come out and they abuse, and they suck as much as possible from the Adinam in that meantime.
Each time we see the amount of abuse or persecution and attack that Swamiji had to go through in order to build the Kailasa, to protect Hindus and Hinduism from all the persecution attacks, to give a proper ecosystem for people who want to practice, want to live Hinduism. Now, the way Swamiji started this whole mission, the way Swamiji started this whole, let's just take one example, the way Swamiji started this whole of Bidadi Adinam. Every time it was Swamiji's direct life, energy, and blood put into it. And each and every time, there were people who will come, like she was saying, who will just come, suck everything that's positive, best, and once they will loot what they destroy the entire mission. They try destroying the entire mission, and they attempt to assassinate Swamiji himself. Now let's all watch a short video in understanding how this whole mission happened, how this whole mission is built, the hard work that is put into it. Then if we understand how each time these dirty conspirators tried, we'll be able to clearly see the amount of destruction that has happened.
The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time. And small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்து ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்புல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து ஒரே நபர் எங்க ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பார். குளிச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டு தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாப்புல. பூஜை செய்து விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் திண்ணூறு வச்சு இன்றைய நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாருக்கும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாப்புல.
ஏன் அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனால் அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்போதான் கரெக்டாக புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால் இப்பவும் நல்லா உணர முடியும்.
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த சிலைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவநிலையிலயோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்தா அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி வந்து உடனே வேலைக்கு போடுவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அங்க சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து அதே நேரத்தில் உன்னிப்பா கவனிக்கிறது.
Parivrajaka Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivrajaka, even to remember is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So, most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. It's actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the boy, village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a kamandalu. Before Hindus could recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. Kailasa is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The Kailasa will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries, which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. Kailas is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived. And established in such a way, it never gets lost again. Their humanity. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
What we just saw is showing the hard work that Swamiji has done. All of us know, right? Like how when so much of work is going, like when someone is doing hard work and really doing the contribution to humanity, it really, really
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
world scene. Surgeons, politicians, from different walks of life.
Yeah,
I met all the people from all over the world making it a pilgrimage center and making it a point to come here, stay here for a couple of days and experiencing all this with Swamiji. So from a small village, it has gone out to the entire world.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda
So now,
Paramashivoham.
Adinam, today stands as a nation. Everything was personally, physically, the physical hard work of Swamiji's. See, please understand, today many of us might be awed, inspired, and to see the real work of the mission happening, so much of contribution happening. But back then, it was all direct, it was all personally built by Swamiji's hard work. And today, to see people just coming to loot is not just intolerable, the amount of I don't even know what to tell. It's like such a dirty conspiracy because today this whole mission, this just this one bit the Adinam I want to talk about because we all saw in the video how Pratapaya of Dakshinamurti and then Swamiji. Now in this Bidati campus, there are hundreds of families. There are hundreds of sannyasis that are there, Gurukul kids, then volunteers, participants, and even the people, villagers from 8 villages around come to the Adinam, get supported from the Adinam for their food, or they are economically also supported from the Adinam.
That's actually something that we need to analyze a little more deeper. When you are in your 20s, you are still, so many of us here, when you were in your 20s, we all struggle to be self-dependent, right? We go through a lot of ups and downs, and we have a lot of struggle to just run our lives on our own. We have go through a lot of struggles, and especially if you get married in this time, if you have another life on you, that will be even more, like all of us would struggle a lot more. The work that we need to put into, the struggles that we go through, that would increase. But the point here is, in our 20s, we are still working on being self-dependent. We struggle with that. But Swamiji, when he started this mission in his early 20s, not just that he was self-dependent, he had thousands of lives that were dependent on him. He had thousands of lives that were dependent on him, and he continued to run the mission, making sure, expanding in all frontiers. And if like just like how we listened in the video, it was a forest, like what kind of a place it used to be, and how he got the vision and wanted to give the land to Swamiji. We heard from Mr. Pratapaya. How he, based on like how you are listening from him, how he is sharing, then based on that you can actually see how much it would have taken for a person, single man in his 20s, to convert what was an old snake venom park with poisonous snakes and a forest with a lot of wildlife, to convert such an unkempt land into an international organization, just one person, without any other support, without no other company or any business, the whole thing just contributing to humanity. Swamiji used to share how when he used to be in this forest place, when it was still a forest, he used to be sitting in a cow shed. So that is where he was staying. Like just one thatch roof and just two sticks as a support. So basically a shelter, not even a full shed, just a shelter. And Swamiji used to stay there. Every time someone is sick or something and people will come to request him for healing, then he used to go and travel for 20 kilometers. Sometimes he'll go even by walk.
Or two or something like that. And that was all. It was Swamiji living alone. And I remember there still in our Biditi Adinam, we have that rock kept as is, because it is a very slopy rock. Sometimes you would see wild animals walking around in the Adinam lake, as it was earlier a thick forest. So Swamiji would sleep on a sloping rock because usually animals are not going to climb that. So he would it was just him all alone. And he would sit or sleep on that rock to protect himself because it was a little bit higher.
He used to tell like how the bears used to come. That used to be that area there used to be elephant path. The area where she is describing, that used to be an elephant path. That the elephants used to usually come and cross that place, and bears used to, especially at night times, bears used to roam around that place. So Swamiji used to climb rock and he used to sleep. That's a big rock. If any of you have come to Bidadi before, and you might have noticed this, it will be just closer to the Google area. And this was a lifestyle that he lived. A village, from a remote village, who gave up everything, took sannyas, started his parivrajaka, walked barefoot, spanning the length and breadth of India, and started his mission, converting what was an old snake venom park and wildly grown into like a thick forest, a lot of wild animals roaming here and there. And today standing as a huge organization. I would say, like the starting grounds of Kailasa in his public life. See, such huge work. You cannot even imagine uh, starting from this
Which was used by his
forest and making it into an organization and then expanding it now to a nation. And he's still in his 40s. In just 20 years,
Exactly.
less than 20 years. How could someone do so much? That is something that, like, if you understand it, if you even see it, we cannot even comprehend it. It's actually too much. Even the number of just in 20 years, how would it be possible for someone to achieve so huge?
Actually, this exactly is the point of awe and inspiration for thousands of people. Well, this is exactly the same point of when Swamiji became, like, for example, if you see someone flourish in something, naturally there'll be a group of people always wanting to destroy it, not wanting it to expand, not wanting to get the best from it and then destroy it. Because Swamiji, this whole Sangha, in a very, very short span of time, there were thousands of Kailasas created around. And just Swamiji, his hard work and contribution was supporting thousands of monks, youngsters, youth from the universities, top universities, colleges, everything. They'll just leave and come just to be part of this mission. So just Swamiji was supporting like the source of livelihood for thousands of youth, monks, and hundreds of families that were staying together as families. They will be staying, and there were hundreds of children, kids studying. Their whole lifestyle growth, studies, everything was taken care. And thousands of old people who would want to choose the path of sannyas, or who would want to stay in the monastery campus just to be taken care of, all of them supported just by Swamiji. This exactly, while it became a point of awe to many people, like they wanted to become a part, they wanted to become part to contribute something for the work that Swamiji was doing. There were some people like Kullari Janardhan who came to see, if so much of money is being used to serve the humanity, why not loot it? And that is exactly how, for 7 years, living in the Adinam in the guise of a devotee, directly attempted assassinations on Swamiji and looted crores of money from the Sangha that was used to serve people.
See, we have seen this happen many times in history. Because especially like when anybody's flourishing, naturally there are people whose vested interest, meaning either they are jealous, they're not able to handle, like, oh my god, how can someone flourish so much, and how can he do real contribution to humanity? Like this, people have tons of things running in their mind, and which is driving them, forcing them to somehow destroy Swamiji, to somehow eliminate him. So this is something that has been going on and on. All of us have seen it. All of us, like, whether in history or you would have seen it in movies, in any form. That is what is happening to Swamiji even now. That is why it's the most funny thing when Swamiji announced about Kailasa. He clearly told, like, it's a borderless nation. It's a borderless, the only Hindu nation, and it's going to be a borderless nation where it's not going to be a territory and there is no particular land. At that time, like he clearly told, there is no particular land and we don't claim any territorial rights. We are only e-nation. All these anti-Hindu elements and the prostitute media, all of them started creating news. Oh, they took pictures of Swamiji from the Rameshwaram trip he did in 2018 and published it in 2020, telling that is Kailasa. And created their own story that Swamiji has bought an island and that is the Kailasa. Swamiji never told anything for it. He continued, serving the humanity, continuously contributing through all the Kailasas across the globe by giving free food, free education. I've seen many people tell, yes, food is a fundamental right, humans are supposed to get it, we have to make it affordable, so many things. But first time I have seen with my own eyes where someone is really doing it. Not as a charitable activity, just once in a month, or that even somebody does charity, that's good, great. But this was what Swamiji is doing was not like just occasional charity, no. He was continuously, till now, billions of free meals are being served. Every single day, in all the Kailasas across the globe, more than 1,008 Kailasas. So, all these are continuously happening. Free education. Hundreds of children, including both of us, we had a complete free education. Free education doesn't mean, okay, only your entry fees is free. After that, you will be asked for different fees. No.
Actually, I hear, see, even food or anything, we'll be like, okay, we do know there are places where even Indian temples, there are prasadams we get, etc., etc. But education, we have heard so many people, I have seen personally in so many colleges, universities, knowledge is free. We are working towards that. So there are lower fees, lower costs, everything. But somehow year end, all the lower fees, lower cost, and everything will sum up together like a normal private college or normal college or whatever. But the moment
there are some schools like where they're really working for it, but still like in different ways, we are as like even when you go and be a part of it, might be a little cheaper, but there might be a lot of compromises for it.
And also, there are very few that we can find really working for it. But anyways, when we see all these, what really took me by a strong shock was Swamiji, one day in Satsang, he told, I saw in Agamas that knowledge is free and the Guru is supposed to earn and feed. From now, I declare no fees, nothing in Gurukul. That's all. It was just that moment, from that moment on, the whole declaration was made. It was just like Swamiji just saw it in the Agamas and then he just declared, and that's all. It stopped from then on. Never, there was no looking back at all.
See, understand? It's not that he thought through, okay, how and what we have to do. So maybe we need to compromise on something. No. Understand, not a single compromise was made. International education, IGCSE, that's what all of us had studied. And so kids are continuing to study in international GCSE syllabus, absolutely free of cost. Absolutely free of cost. If you are a student or if you are a parent, you would be knowing how much it takes for a child to get their education. I used to see when I was living outside, like before I joined Gurukul, and there used to be a area where like very poor people were living. And whenever I used to go past that place, so for me to go to another street, so I need to cross that place and go. I would see children; they wouldn't be studying, and I would talk. Sometimes I would just go and talk to them. And this, I even remember a conversation. So a girl, she was just about, I think, 10 to 12 years old, and she was telling me that she used to go to house and work. And I asked her, you don't go to school. I was 13 years old. So I said, won't you go to school? And she told, no, I don't go to school. I have to go and work on all these places. And I can only then I'll be able to eat. Only then I can support my family. I was shocked. I then understood like how much this education is still not being available to people. Whether it is poor people getting the education or even like normal people, for us to go and apply in a university, apply in a college, or even nowadays even in private schools. Either for you, if you want that good education, that school, you are forced to face so much huge fees. But Swamiji cut down all that and understand. Even if you are going to a school, okay, they're giving minimum as less fees you only are paying. You will see all like the costs will be spent in multiple other ways. You might be asked to pay some donations, or you might be asked to pay some in multiple ways. You might be asked to pay different fees. There are many hidden fees, or you'll be spending your money in buying the books for children, just for exams. If it's an international exam, easily it costs around 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs Indian rupees. For any, if you want to choose some international subject, if you are studying the international board, when so much fees, or you pay for the uniform, books, exams, like this, in multiple ways you pay the fees. But here, we has been in Gurukul for 7 years. Not one single penny we have paid. That stands as a testimony.
Actually, there are so many aspects that we can go on talking about each of this. See, like she was sharing, international IGCSE syllabus for your children, and the best standard organic food, the best clothes, and each aspect being given the best, and still no fees is what none of us can even fathom that such a place can exist. See, this real work, see, one side the amount of contribution that Swamiji is doing, and one more side the authenticity of it. Meaning, we can see there are many, there will be places where people will, maybe yearly once it will happen, because the amount of you being able to organize that, where you're able to provide the resources, everything will always be an issue. Here, seeing just a boy from his 20s do the real hard work, there are hundreds and thousands of people. I have seen people who are working in Cognizant, Microsoft, earning hundreds and thousands of dollars. They just left everything and joined here because they knew that it is a real work that was happening, and actually the strength that of amount of people that were joining was also a point that people were not able to tolerate.
Actually, when you are telling this point, I would like to add, see, especially the point that so many people who are from a very rich background, like their earning was amazing. Like we have CEOs from Cognizant, so many different people from Microsoft, people who are working in very high positions in Microsoft, Google, all these people.
And also we can see people like there are there are many celebrities and actors, like even Ma Nithyananda Paramashivam, she was like had her own fan clubs, everything. But seeing just the sheer hard work and contribution that Swamiji was doing,
She was at the pinnacle of her career and leaving everything. I just wanted to make one point clear over here. When anybody, even if they are leaving everything and they want to take sannyas, Swamiji always tells them that money, whatever money you have, you keep it as yours. You don't need to donate anything to the Adinam, because if you are, for Swamiji, his only mission is to make us all enlightened. To make all of us Sorry for the technical glitch. So we were sharing about how continuously the sheer hard work and his selfless, absolute tyaga. I don't know how to express it completely, but really it awes me every time when I just remember Swamiji's tyaga. And when I just remember and see how the hard work of Swamiji in every single thing. Because, see, people might talk so much, but to live that, a guru, when he is telling something, he needs to live that truth 1,000 times more. And it's so clearly evident in Swamiji's life. If you see, that is why every teaching of Swamiji, we have a structure. We call it as Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, and Sakshi Pramana. So Shastra Pramanas are the references from Sanatana Hindu Dharma, like the Shastras, like for example, if Swamiji is teaching a meditation. So where has that meditation been mentioned in the scriptures? So always Swamiji will give that verse to make sure everything, he'll always tell, he's not a reformer, but he's a reviver. He's a reviver, not reformer. So he'll always give that Sanskrit verse or the scriptural reference. And next, Atma Pramana, he'll also mention about which other like enlightened beings have lived the truth or have in their commentary what they have spoken about it. And third, the Atma Pramana, how Swamiji has lived that truth. We'll always see it. We've always, in his life, every teaching of Swamiji, be it unclutching, be it completion, be it integrity, authenticity, any teaching of Swamiji, he lives it. And that is the structure, like only after Swamiji, like the structure in which we learn things, whether it is in Gurukul or as devotees and disciples of Swamiji, the teachings that we get, everything, it is lived by Swamiji. All these are the things which is attracting so many anti-Hindu elements because they're seeing what Swamiji is capable of. They're seeing how much work Swamiji has already done. And they also know what he is capable of. And this one contribution and hard work, because all of the anti-Hindu elements, they knew that Swamiji is not, it is not happened just now. It's not like, oh, overnight, because Swamiji built the nation, everyone is coming. No, from 2003, for every step that every, because imagine in
time period like 2003, 4, 5, that whole 2005 to 10, that whole time, especially the youth of Tamil Nadu, how much they were all inspired by Swamiji. Madurai, Coimbatore, and Chennai, top university ground crowded with people.
Actually, even if you just like any person, the attitude that we have towards a particular object. See, for example, if we say, if there's an announcement, like people are suffering in this country with no food, and our organization is donating food. Like this, we come across many charitable organizations putting posters. For us, for some people, when they look at it, they might think, oh, wow, such a great work is happening. And then that's all might be their thing. They might just appreciate it. For some people, they might see that work and they might feel like, I also need to be a part of this. Such great work is happening for humanity. Let me also be a part of it. Third, when third type of people, when they see it, they will see how they can get what they want through it. Can they go in and loot some money? Or maybe they should go and maybe they have to build their brand through any way. What they can suck from it. Anti-Hindu elements are always in the third category. If you see every single one, if the people who come to Adinam and they go out and they abuse the conspirators who come as a plot, they have a dirty plot in their head, they come and they try attacking the organization from inside, they try breaking it, they try creating a lot of conflicts. Then when they're unsuccessful in that, they go out and they come and tell in the media, oh, see, it is like all blatant abusive lies. Now, if you just analyze in theirs, you will always see whenever they come, they'll go into a power position, they'll suck as much as possible. Always they'll suck, loot as much as possible. They loot as much as they want and they go out and try destroying it. They always fall in this third category. Kulnari is a very clear example.
Actually, the way Kulnari Janardhan, he came for every aspect. If we take one aspect also and see, we can clearly see. First of all, for him, he just, because he found a free school, he just wanted to dump us. Literally, that is exactly in back home. Every time when we were growing up, we used to only hear that, oh, you're all such a burden. That was what we were brought up with. And every time we were threatened, I will dump you into a hostel, I'll dump you into a hostel. Oh, you need to know, we will just dump you into a hostel. We can't put up with you. We can't expend so much on you. And literally, fortunately for us, because we came to Swamiji, we knew the powerful cognitions. But literally, even Gurukul, the whole context was literally just to dump us. There was a free school, so just suck that benefit, dump. And
actually, if you remember, I used to have so many diseases before joining Gurukul, because I used to have PCOD, I used to have wheezing, I was to be very asthmatic, and in the school, my teachers used to call me as regularly irregular child, because I used to never go to school properly because I'll keep falling sick. It was in my home. That is what they used to keep telling me. I was 11 years old, and they'll come and tell that I am being such a burden on them. They'll come and tell, oh, I have why you're come. Like, they'll treat me like a liability for them. They'll always treat all, we are 4 children, and all the 4 of us is a liability. They'll keep telling me, oh, I'm planning to send you to a hostel. I can't handle you here. It's an 11-year-old child. Just imagine a mother tells that to a child, what would a child go through? I used to feel like when I was 10, 11, I used to feel so suicidal. So sit every night, I used to cry, 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 thinking, why am I born? I'll keep going. I used to feel like I'll pray to God, please kill me, let me die tonight. I don't want to be alive. I used to do this before, this was much before joining Gurukul, and I was 10 years old. So much of trauma I went through. I used to and I'll not be able to see in India, right? Like families, we sleep together. But I'll always tend to go be aside, not be with them, because I used to feel like as if that is what they used to keep telling me, that I'm a burden on them. I used to go sit in a corner, I used to cry, cry, cry. And it used to be like so much of pain inside me. I'll feel like, why am I existing? Let me better die. Maybe if I die there, I will get happiness. I used to feel so suicidal inside me. That manifested as so many diseases in my body. I used to be so asthmatic. I used to never be able to eat properly. I used to never be able to go to any like cold places, dust allergy, whatnot, like everything I used to be allergic to. I used to not be able to be happily relating to my friends. I was in like put through such lot of pressure. 10 years old, you were expected like a normal 10-year-old child. You would be so bubbly, active, happy. But what I went through was very hurtful, too painful. My Purush mother, she would not let me talk to my relatives, talk to people. She'll make me feel so unloved. She'll always make me feel as if I'm not worthy of living. This kind of an atmosphere is what, and this kind of an ambience is what we were brought up in. So the person like Kuldari is our Purashram father. He feels so painful and so disgusted. Like the amount of abuse that he has done to both of us, and what kind of a childhood he gave us. We felt so blessed that we came and joined Gurukul. Gurukul was not any like a hostel, like I read about hostels, like place where it is so different, where you feel so lonely. But Gurukul was like a family. That is why if you see in hostel, the children might be waiting to go out for a holiday. They'll be waiting when they can go to their home. They'll be waiting for their holidays. Here, we will be feeling so happy. They would feel like, no, we are too happy. Like they'll invite the parents to come. If they want to meet the parents, they'll invite the parents. Why don't you also come and experience it here along with me? It was an utopia for us, a new life given to us.
Actually, only because we were in Gurukul, only because we had the powerful cognitions, we had that kind of a space for us to grow. So much of healing had happened in us. And today, if there's so much of like strength and clarity into what we need to do, it is because of Gurukul. The powerful cognitions that Swamiji had provided to all of us. While us alone, it was like this. But even there, even after joining, both Kulnari and his wife came even inside the Adinam. They joined, I think, in the year of 2016.
Actually, by then, like the whole context, even when they joined, see, do you remember? Like they had the loans they had outside started increasing. So because they didn't want to spend for their life, they understand in Adinam when the people come and join, if someone comes and lives, Even if they're not sannyasis, just they want to come and live in the Adinam, Swamiji takes care completely of all their expenses. Be it food, be it clothes, be it everything. Swamiji takes care of all their expenses. Because they had that loans, because that so much loans and money, like there were a lot of debts both sides. That is the reason why both Kulnari and his wife had come and joined Tadinam at that time. Otherwise, till then they hadn't come and joined. They dumped us there. According to them, they dumped. For us, it was a new life. Then the whole thing was okay. Chalo, after this, I don't have any expense for you. Like as if a big burden from their heads are taken off. How will you feel as a child when you're hated by your parents? Your parents feel that you are a burden on their heads. When your parents feel that you are a liability for them. That is what we went through. The reason why we are sharing this is two things. One, because what we just want to show you an example of like what kind of a mental setup a person who's attacking Swamiji is actually having, like when in his personal life, what kind of a garbage this abuser is, and how they always want to suck everything and then destroy that place. And the second reason we are sharing this is because right now it's almost been a year, and a false habeas corpus were telling that both of us who are majors, I'm 21 and she's 19, both of us are in that habeas corpus. Our Purvashram father, that Kuldari, has filed a false complaint alleging both of us as kidnapped, when we both are we are deciding for our life and we are living how we want to be, where we want to be.
Plus also, not just the moment his financial embezzlement was caught, the moment his fraudulence was caught, I want to like highlight this point, because the moment she was the one who found out about his was caught, he threatened us to file a false rape charge against Swamiji. The moment we refused, he went and filed a false complaint, a false habeas corpus, saying that we were kidnapped.
And a completely baseless, frivolous complaint. Because what he's telling, like in the complaint, he's claiming that I was kidnapped in 2019 in Gujarat. Gujarat is a place where I had never been to. And by 2019, I was not even there in India. I was on my world tour. So like this, we have even done multiple videos where we showed point by point how that whole complaint was baseless. But even till now, it's been almost a year that we are struggling with this. And the media is using our case, this false case that Kulnari had filed, telling that we both are missing and that we have to be produced in the court in front of him. The thing is, we are witness and victims of many of the crimes he has committed. And because we are a witness to it, he doesn't want us to survive. He is planning to kill us. And media is using this and attacking Swamiji. Many people, even some YouTubers who don't know the full information, crimes, and like people are abusing with some people purposely, some people without knowing the full information. That is the reason we are trying to explain here what exactly happened and what kind of a person he is and why we don't want to go back to him and why we want justice. We want to live our lives. I'm 21 years old. It's actually burning in me that I am not able to do anything that I want to do.
And moreover, we both took sannyas right from our young age, we are being stopped. We are being threatened by Kuldari Janardhan. For the last 1 year, we've been up a place to stay. We were happily being brought up in a very, very innocent space, in a very joyful space in Adinam. Pushed out, made to run from place to place without a proper place to stay, everything. And our base, you're all seeing your education, I'm denied of all justice, yet we are afraid of our lives to make sure that we are safe, to make sure that we are secure. It takes so much, like we have to make sure the place, our location. We receive a lot of cyber bullying. It is just that powerful cognitions that Swamiji gives, just the satsangs every day. Those have only actually till at one point your whole life you're being gifted a new childhood, then you're grown in such a pure ambience, giving all the best things. You're enjoying your life. You are living the life as you want. All we want to live as Hindus, and we want to practice celibacy. We want to live a pure vows of sannyas, and we want to contribute to Hinduism, be a part of Swamiji's mission, because we are seeing how he's really doing it. We were so happy in the life that we were living in Gurukul. But suddenly one day, this Kulnari comes and files a false complaint and starts chasing us to kill us. Our whole life suddenly turned, like it took a 360-degree turn, and we are running like with nowhere to go. Because if we talk to anyone in the ashram, we are attacked. And they are attacked using our name. Both sides, Kulnari attacks. If we talk to someone in the Adinam, he attacks us and he attacks Adinam people. He attacks Swamiji. It is so painful in the way, like the whole thing is happening. The whole case is a false case. I'm so surprised. That false case continuously is existing. And the whole case is extending. Till now, we are not able to live our lives. It is too painful. And what you can do is, you can give your voice for it. Because what we are facing, one, it's a personal problem that we are having, but it is not just because we are some people, but because we are Hindus, we are being attacked. And because we are like everywhere, just because we follow Swamiji, we are part of this mission where the real work is happening. And for the last 1 year, so many devotees getting calls, threatening calls from Kulnari. So many people disturbed because their inboxes will be full. I have received for the last so many months, I've seen so many messages and posts where devotees are saying, I'm quitting Facebook, I'm leaving this, I'm feeling so extremely disturbed by the amount of calls I'm getting from Kulnari Janardhan. This whole life is made a living hell for the last 1 year for each of us, just because we are standing with Swamiji, being the true side. Just because we are not okay to give a false rape charge on Swamiji, why should I give a false rape charge on my Guru? Why should he has done so much? First of all, as a human being, I don't want to tell something lie and that is something so absolutely false and make a hell for someone's life. And moreover, Swamiji has been not just like a guru or God. He has literally From our young age, we are brought up in the Gurukul, and God, our Guru, our father, mother, everything has been Swamiji. So much of healing has happened in our lives after meeting Swamiji. And this whole thing, all of this, Kulnari Janardhan is doing in spite of the amount of money he looted from the Sangha. Like we all were sharing in the beginning. How this whole Nithyananda was created, this whole monastery was built, and the amount of services and contributions. The 8 villages around Vidhi was supported economically. Hundreds of families were supported economically and provided free food, everything just by our Adinam. We will have hundreds of people who will join, come, and gain economic support by, there was something called the Grama Seva Yojana project that was launched. But Swamiji, so much of work, I would say economic support was provided to so many families. Seeing all of this, when all of this was happening, Kulnari joined and he started looting the money that was kept for serving people. I remember not just purchase alone. So many people, what money was being used for serving, he will take and he will just put in his Benami account.
And multiple times, see, many are like some Adinavasis are selected, so where they represent Swamiji and they go to that village to give the money that Swamiji has given. Many times he has looted that money. It was so shocking when the witnesses, many of the witnesses, and like the references to what we are telling had come out. See, whatever we are telling, you all might wonder, okay, why we are telling all this now? Because we have reference, we have witness to all these things that we are telling. Many times is the amount, the money he give, money that Swamiji gives for him to go and give to people, and some even when he deals with vendors, many ways he will only work for looting that money. It has been something that's been going on and on and on. The way he has abused, has sucked that money, and now going in front of media and trying to do all theatrics in a very cunning way and destroying our lives.
No, and going one side, going to the media and playing with the victim card. One more side, going to the media and abusing us, calling us with all 4-letter words in the media. Isn't this one easy, very clear evidence for people to see? Isn't this one thing proving enough that his agenda is not to get us or anything? His agenda is to attack Swamiji, to shut the mission down. His whole agenda constantly in the media. First, he blackmails them, spreads false news. One side in the media, he was acting with so much of victim card, saying, oh, my daughters, my daughters. In that, just after a few days, in a different media channel, he went and he called us as prostitutes.
We are living as celibates just because we are Hindu sannyasis and just because we are Swamiji's disciples, we are being attacked. Not because of any other reason. Of course, his personal thing about how we are being a witness, like many of the crimes that he has committed, we are witness of it. He wants to kill us because of that, and we are being character assassinated continuously in all the media channels just because we are Swamiji's disciples. Why? Why should we suffer because we have made a choice to live as a Hindu sannyasi? We have chosen this as our lifestyle. Why should we be attacked for it? And why are we not receiving the basic rights that we are supposed to have as humans. Why are we being denied the basic human rights of survival?
I think once again, all of us need to remember and understand and realize that this whole thing, this whole dirty plot, conspiracy, all of this is happening for one reason, just because of the real hard work that Swamiji has been doing. I think let's all watch the video and understand Swamiji's hard work. I think we all can watch it once again. Many of you have might have been tuned in just now. Let's all watch a small video again to understand where the grounds, where all of this began, how this mission was built, the hard work that was put into this whole thing. Sorry for the small technical glitch. Now I think what all of us are waiting for, hundreds of people watching us from YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, so many other social media platforms, and all of the blessed Kailashians and e-Kailashians have joined us via two-way video conferencing. What all of us are waiting for, the direct divine enlightening audience with the avatar, with Swamiji himself. Let's all now get ready to receive Swamiji, to receive Paramashiva. Let's all get into the deep meditative place of gratitude. Please sit straight, the head, neck and spine. Close the eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. Clean slowly. Now start chanting